Hi, my name is Ree. I'm a Gamilaroi Wallowan Biripi artist from Central West New South Wales. I'm a First Nations Australian. My ongoing practice-led research takes its development from new and critical discourses, exploring intersectionality and positionality through the cultural convergence of Aboriginality. Within the creative arts and technology, history and colonialism, the body and identity, gender and queer politics. I have an experimental digital arts practice that spans 3 decades of reinterpreting Western theories of Aboriginality, reframing identity politics and repositioning stories that challenge these ideas through the contemporary lens of art history. Pause 3 was created for ICEA's 2020 as part of sensory entanglement. Pause evolved through repetitively returning and walking on country over a 2-year period. This active form of returning to and engaging with country was one that I undertook as an Indigenous specific means to reframe the colonial past and reclaim historical trauma through what I call a cultural sensorial experience. I experienced a body memory through the act of walking on country. My lived experience on and away from this country are informed by the impacts of intergenerational trauma. Every moment I spend with my family, I see the ongoing and lasting effects of this trauma. Grief and loss are what I have to work with when I make fragments of shared stories, which I must use to decipher my heritage and connection to country. Implicit in the physicality of the work itself, Pause captures and feeds back to us the embodiment of a deeply conceptual and theoretical Aboriginal framework. This takes shape through the performative frame of dancing on country as a contemporary transmission of the embodiment of the personal within the cultural. In replicating the temporality of the technical cycle that new media provides, actions such as recording, rewinding, editing and playing, pause becomes the entry point into a set of experiential possibilities in which it is possible for the viewer to experience at least something of a Gamilaroi spiritual relationship to country. In this way, pause functions as an act of cultural restitution and as a site of resistance. Further, it activates a sense of Aboriginal presence and experience as an act of decoloniality. As I return to walk and sit on Gamilaroi country and to feel the vibrations of my ancestors, the experience always leaves me with a strong sense of remembering the stories passed on by those who are no longer with us. It was this double sense of loss and presence that I wanted to charge the work with. The black male body represented in Pause represents the queerness of my own body, as captured through the dualities of femininity and masculinity, The body of the performer shape shifts between human and kangaroo forms to become a carrier of the past and a conduit for my ancestors, who are now the stars and the sky that guide my story and my future. Pause utilizes new media, technologies through an immersive visual and auditory aesthetic of moving image and sound. It employs the technical and temporal capacities of new media to unhinge the logic and legibility of colonialism's brutal force